On today's episode of Chicago Bears Now, a wild trade idea lands the Bears this star player. Is there any chance it happens? We're going to explore it here on this video. But before we do that, reminder to subscribe to the channel. We are closing in on 125,000 subscribers. That's our next milestone here on the channel. Would love to get there before the Bears preseason opener. Hell, before training camp starts would be awesome. So if you want to spread the word, subscribe yourself if you haven't already. Be sure to do so. It's 100% free. Could Jalen Ramsey be a Chicago Bear? That is what we are talking about here on today's show. My name is Harrison Graham. Welcome to Chicago Bears Now. Bleacher Report put out some wild three-team trade ideas, and the Bears were the recipient of Jalen Ramsey in one of those ideas. Brent Sobleski wrote this up, saying the Bears have been one of the teams mentioned in a potential Jalen Ramsey trade. If they are serious, something creative may be needed to get a deal done. Got to be honest, just to stop it there, I have not seen the Bears be mentioned for Jalen Ramsey anywhere. Haven't seen them listed by an insider as a potential fit. Haven't seen any even rumor out there until this one that suggests so. Doesn't mean it couldn't happen, of course, but I have not seen anything out there. It's been like reunion with the Rams, the Vikings, go to Philadelphia. The Bears have not been linked to Jalen Ramsey. They have been linked to a Trey Hendrickson, who we'll talk about later on in the show, but this is the first time I've seen him linked to the Bears, which is why I'm talking about it, to be quite frank. Now, let's just kind of get into the nuts and bolts of, Ramsey, where he's at in his career. He's still a good player. I do think his best days are behind him. The raw coverage stats there were just okay last year. I mean, the QB rating allowed was a little higher than you would like, certainly completion percentage as well. So, is he a true lockdown number one corner anymore? I think he's a low-end CB1, good CB2. I think that's where he's at. And look, for the Bears, there's no doubt, I shouldn't say no doubt, in all likelihood, he would be an upgrade over Tyreek Stevenson, Terrell Smith, whoever's going to earn that CB2 job. Now, the only difference and reason to counter that, I would say, is, well, in theory, the arrow should still be pointing up for Stevenson or even a Terrell Smith, and there's a lot of room to grow there and a lot to still be excited for, even if it may not work out. With Jalen Ramsey, A, his best days are behind him, and B, he costs a lot of money, and the arrow's pointing down. He's 31 years old now. I'd be pretty shocked if this was a big move the Bears made. Look, Ryan Poles is kind of cautiously aggressive at times. We've seen him make big moves. I don't think this would be the one he would make. Just because, I think the Bears have good enough options at corner. They already have a CB1 in Jalen Johnson, who makes $19 million per year. Jalen Ramsey makes over $20 million per year. Now, the cap hit this year would be pretty low based on how his contract is structured, but if you were to keep him after 2025, those cap hits go up significantly for the next couple of years, which he would be, 32 and 33 years old. So I do not view this as that realistic. Do you want Jalen Ramsey on the Bears? Type Y for yes, type in for no. I think he fits more with like a veteran team trying to win a Super Bowl this year. Are the Bears trying to win a Super Bowl this year? Yes, but if they're going to make a big splash, it's elsewhere, and it's not like it's do or die in 2025. But a team like the Rams, where he's been linked to, Stafford's almost 40 years old, that makes a whole lot more sense. Now, I will say this, when it comes to Jalen Ramsey, I think things got wonky in Miami last year, so there's a world where he plays better than he did a year ago. Also, let's face it, if he's right, him and Jalen Johnson, that with Kyler at nickel, that's about as good of a CB group as you would see in the league. But just given the money, the age, the bigger needs elsewhere, I just do not expect the Bears to be involved. Now, there's another component of this three-team trade idea, which will show the three-team trade here in a little bit, that I do want to get to. But first, we got to get to a word from our sponsor. Today's show is sponsored by Bear Mattress. You can get 40% off at bearmattress.com/chatsports. Code chatsports to get 40% off. Bear Mattress is a premium fiberglass-free mattress designed to upgrade your sleep improve your overall quality of life, and it's conveniently shipped to your doorstep for free. I got to tell you, my process of getting my Bear mattress was seamless. Got delivered straight to my doorstep, very easy to unpack in a reasonably sized box. It's rolled up, and then once you kind of start unpacking it, it'll just inflate for you. Then you can just place it right on your box spring. You are ready to go. My son PJ loves it. He's always coming to hang out with mom and dad. Very comfortable and fun for him as well. Slept on my Bear mattress for the first time on Sunday night, which was much needed after a long weekend at a wedding. And got to tell you, I slept fantastic. So well, in fact, that I've recently been working out again at night. I knocked out my workout in the morning because I felt so refreshed when I woke up. The best part about Bear mattress as well is that you're going to get the perfect mattress for you. Why is that? Because the Bear quiz that they have you take is going to get you a result of that perfect mattress. I took my quiz and it matched me up with the Bear Elite Hybrid Soft, which provides ample support, great cooling, and a pillow top soft feel. The purpose of this quiz is to make sure you get the best product for your body type and your sleep preferences. Bear Mattress also offers a 120-night sleep trial to test the mattress out and make sure you love it. Plus, you get a limited lifetime warranty and offer financing options and flexible payment plans as well. I love my Bear mattress, and I think you will too. If you're looking to upgrade your sleep, head over to bearmattress.com/chatsports. Use code chatsports, all one word, to get 40% off your Bear mattress. This is higher than what's being offered on site, so be sure to check them out while you can. Help support the channel as well here at Bears Now, and tell them we sent you in their post-purchase survey. Thanks again to Bear Mattress there. So this was the 3-team trade idea. Now, full disclosure, I don't think this is a one-for-one. They didn't really offer details on like what other moving parts would be. Even though Jalen Ramsey's a little bit older, I think he's worth more than Greg Newsome, for example. Him and Braxton Jones might be similar value, though, because Ramsey's contract and he's older. Braxton Jones probably a mid-late day 3 pick as well, so maybe they both go for like a 5th. But regardless, the thought here is the Bears get Ramsey, Dolphins get Newsome to help replace Ramsey, and then the Browns get Braxton Jones at offensive tackle if they need another piece there. Here's what Sobleski said in regards to the Bears' offensive line if they were to move on from Braxton here, saying the offensive line is one of the position groups Chicago attacked this offseason, including the second-round selection of Ozzy Trapilo, Boston College. The rookie has an opportunity to claim the left tackle spot and finalize the Bears' new look front 5. As long as Poles and company are comfortable with the rookie on Caleb Williams' blind side, Braxton Jones can be moved. Jones started 40 games in his first 3 seasons. After being a 5th-round pick in 2022, he's been dependable, but he's also coming off a season-ending broken ankle. I think a couple things here. One, sure, that's definitely true in the sense of Trapilo could win that job and so on and so forth, but I don't think you could make that determination before training camp started. So I don't think, even in a world where this trade could happen, I don't think it could happen until August. And B, even if Trapilo did win it, you'd also have to feel good about Karan Amagaji because you would need a good backup option. Because if you're going to trade Braxton Jones, if Trapilo starts or Amagaji, well, the other one you have to feel good about is your swing tackle, or you would have to feel good about like Jordan McFadden or Theo Benedict or whoever the case may be. So I do think there's a world out there that exists where they would trade Braxton Jones to get something for him, but only if they felt good about both their other tackles, and you would be making that trade because you're letting Braxton walk in free agency. So we'll see how that shakes out. Obviously, just kind of a wild hypothetical. Again, don't think the Bears would be in on Jalen Ramsey, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the Bears wouldn't be interested in making a big move. Like we said earlier, Ryan Poles is opportunistic. He tried to trade for Matt Judon last year. He did trade for Montez Sweat a couple of deadlines ago. He's traded away Roquan Smith and Khalil Mack. He traded for Chase Claypool, which is obviously a disaster. So this is not a guy who's not willing to take a swing. I just think if they make one, it's not for an aging corner like Jalen Ramsey. It's for someone like Trey Hendrickson, who is still out there. No resolution up to this point between the Bengals and Hendrickson. He's certainly a player I'm interested in. And now, unlike Jalen Ramsey, he has yet to be paid his next contract, so you would have to pay him at least $30 million per year, probably 32, 33 on a 2 to 4 year extension. And he's going to cost more in a trade. Like Jalen Ramsey's probably going to be like a 5th round pick. Trey Hendrickson might be like a 2nd and a 5th or a 3rd and a 5th or something like that. Not a crazy trade, but it's not going to be cheap either. That being said, I would still rather take this swing because A, I think it's a bigger need. B, he's a little bit younger. And C, he is at the peak of his powers. Now, is he going to be a 15-plus sack guy for 3 or 4 more years? Maybe not, but if he's a 12-plus sack guy for a couple of years and then still a good player for 2 more years, that's probably worth a day 2 and a day 3 pick and a $30 million per year type of contract. Now, it's a little risky. You paid Dio Adengbo $16 million per year. You didn't do that to have him sit on the bench. So, are you comfortable with just your 5th defensive lineman making $16 million per year? That's, it's a question for the Bears, not for me. I'll say this. A team like the Eagles last year, they threw a lot of different bodies and a lot of different waves of pass rushers at you, and you didn't really feel like it mattered who the starters versus the rotation guys were. Like, you need waves of pass rushers. That's something that Ryan Poles has talked about. And whether it's Trey Hendrickson or a Jadeveon Clowney or Zadarius Smith in free agency or some other name we're not thinking about, Micah Parsons, don't think that one's going to happen, but just to throw another big name out there, I still think it's pretty clear that the Bears need another pass rusher. Now, I don't mind their approach of let's get to training camp, see how it all looks, but when Ben Johnson is hyping up Dominique Robinson and OTAs in minicamp, listen, I hope Dom Rob has this huge breakout year and becomes a nice player. That seems like a stretch. Like, that tells me that you need another pass rusher on that defensive line, especially coming off the edge. I like the interior, but I think you need another defensive end. Okay, pick one to trade for. Who would you rather go out and get? If it's Trey Hendrickson, type TH. If it's Jalen Ramsey, type JR. Ramsey's cheaper in trade value, but still a big salary. Hendrickson's going to cost more, and you're going to have to pay him. But I would still rather do that one because I think he can have a greater impact and fills a bigger need. All right, guys, appreciate you for making it to the end of this video. Go check out Bear Mattress. They are awesome. And also, if you want to subscribe to the channel on the way out, we would appreciate that as well. My name is Harrison Graham. We'll see you guys soon.